Hi everyone, this is Lani from Full of Joy Yoga, and I'm on a little teaching break today. I'm teaching 7 remote classes, and I'm very thankful that I get to still do my work teaching in the schools. I wanted to share a little something that I've been thinking about. So, I just launched my book, right? My Yoga Games for Kids book, and I'm going to be putting these into prop bags for all the teachers at the school in the New Haven schools where I am doing my remote classes. And I'm pretty excited that I get to share. Oh, look who it is. It's Yoga Cat. She came to say hi. So I'm sharing my book, my new book, with all the teachers. But as I've been doing this work in the schools, teaching kids yoga for about 20 years now. And I noticed that in the last few years, there's so many of us kids yoga teachers who have been writing kids yoga books. There are so many out there. And when I do my kids yoga teacher trainings, I have a resource page where I share all the books out there that I love using in my classes, or for resources for me, or for parents to get for their kids, teachers to get for their kids. Sorry, Persephone. So I have been buying some books from some of my favorite kids yoga teachers that I've seen out there that they've written, and I wanted to share them with you. So my friend Maura Bradley wrote this one called Mindfulness for Kids in 10 Minutes a Day, and this one is awesome. So I'm just going to share each one really quick with you and not go too much in depth, but I'm just giving you these as my recommendations. I love this book. You can get this one on Amazon. Sanjoria Seidner wrote this one, and I actually referenced this one in my book. Hers is called Our Family's Doing Yoga, and I follow her on Instagram, Facebook, and all that, and I just love her. And she shows how, representation and inclusivity and diversity matter, and so people of color, which we all need in our books. And I love how my book, the illustrator, did lots of drawings, illustrations that included very diverse looking kids, so everyone can feel that they're shared and represented in the pages of books, which we know is so important. And I love Sanjoria's whole message, because I teach mostly in schools of kids of color, so I want them to see that they're represented in the pages of books. So I don't know Margot personally, but I've been following her, Anxiety Warrior. She has a podcast, and she Calm Cookie yoga, and her Instagram is awesome, and she's so fun. And I enjoy all her little videos. And so she just came out with this book called Cookie Doga, a book about yoga, mindfulness, and cookies. And it is like the cutest. Look at these gorgeous illustrations. So this is a brand new one that came out, and it's adorable, and I love it. My friend Laura, this is her second book, and this one I feel like is kind of like a Bible for me now to use, and I've been sharing it with parents who I think could probably benefit using this one with their kids at home as a mindfulness workbook. But I think it's also like a really great curriculum for teachers to follow, and you can just like photocopy these pages of all these incredible mindfulness exercises, and she just explains it so clear, and it's so good. So the difference between Maura's and Laura's, and we all wrote for the same publisher, is that Maura's is ages 8 to 12 and Laura's is ages 5 to 7. So now if you get both of them, you're covered for lots of age groups. And then my friend Nicole Calicious did this one, and this is the little ones, right? So we got yoga for little kids, and hers are very intentional. So each one, it gives you like a skill. So frog is one of my favorites, but this is like frog pose for confidence. So it gives you a little skill that you accomplish by doing each pose, and it's a cute little story or poem to go with each one. It's very sweet. And then I discovered this friend. I don't know her, Natalia, but I saw her on one of the kids yoga groups on Facebook. And this one's called From A to Zen. And she just published this one. And look at these gorgeous illustrations. And It's a little story with from A to Z, and it's so beautiful, and it's an adventure, and it's a magical yoga flow with all these stretches. It's so beautiful. So what I'm trying to say is there are so many of us out there creating for you to use with your kids and your students. And I love the endless amounts of kids yoga books out there. And so I just wanted to share with you some of my favorites. So thank you so much for tuning in. And if you purchased my book, I would love for you to write a review because they matter on Amazon. So thank you so much and have a great weekend.